Star versus the Forces of Evil and Star Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension belong to daron, nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please go support Star versus the Force of Evil and go buy this book. Hello everybody, Raspberry Barrel here, and now it's time for Chapter 9, Part 2. And let's just get right into it. Now it's time for Date, Marry, or Make Disappear Forever. This is a fun Earth game I learned when I had a sleepover party with Jana, Ponyhead, Starfan13, and Jackie Lynn Thomas. We play a version of Muni called Court, Betrove, or Sell, but it's kind of the same idea. I thought it would be fun to play this with Marco and Ponyhead, since even though we are writing this book to combat boredom, I'm getting kind of bored of this chapter. I'm down, says Marco. Just don't force me to have to choose between marrying Tom and Miss Skolnick. Tom and I are working on being friends right now, and it would be weird. And Miss Skolnick is, let's just say, she's intense. Ponyhead, who would you rather date, marry, or make disappear forever? Alfonso? Marco? Hey, no fair, says Marco. Or Mina Loveberry? Ah, jeez. Says Ponyhead. Marco would disappear. Fine by me, says Marco. Date Mina Loveberry because she's crazy. Definitely not settling down type. I guess I gotta marry Alfonso. I think he might already be married, says Marco. It's just a game, Marco. My turn, says Marco. Ponyhead, who would you rather date, marry, or make disappear forever? 1, Spike Balls, ew. 2, Toffee, ew, ew, says Ponyhead. Or 3, Ludo. As if, says Ponyhead. Ew, Marco Diaz, these are all terrible. Just answer the question, Ponyhead, says Marco. These are all pretty bad, Marco, says Star. Whatever. Date Spike Balls, marry Toffee, disappear Ludo. Ew. You didn't choose, you just went in a row, says Marco. You said choose, I did. Sorry, Marco, she did choose, says Star. Now it's my turn again. Marco, who would you rather date, marry, or make disappear forever? Jackie Lynn Thomas, Ponyhead, Jana. Guys, I choose disappearing for me, says Ponyhead. My turn, not yours, says Marco. This is easy. Date Ponyhead. Ew, no, over my dead Ponyhead body, says Ponyhead. That doesn't make any sense. Marry, no surprise here, Jackie Lynn Thomas, and Jana would disappear. Not where I thought you would go with this one, Marco, says Star. Jana would probably be down for disappearing. It's spooky and she likes spooky stuff. She's weird like that, says Marco. Let me do you, Bee-Fly, says Ponyhead. Date, marry, or make disappear forever. Tom, Oscar, Kiestra. This one doesn't seem right to me, says Marco. Quiet, Marco, my turn, says Ponyhead. This one's an easy one, says Star. Date Oscar Kiestra, marry Oscar, and make Tom disappear forever. That was a fun game. We should play Court, Patrol, or Cell now. No, says Ponyhead. No, says Marco. You know, I don't think you guys have ever agreed on anything before, says Star. Not agreeing, says Marco. No ways, says Ponyhead. Okay, but it does kind of seem like you guys are agreeing, says Star. See you later, Butterfly, says Ponyhead. I gotta go do some homework, says Marco. Well, that was a weird end to that game, says Star. You can ignore our choices and go through and make your own for each one. Dr. Marco, PhD, presents Interdimensional Dating Psychology 101. Review. And this is all Marco. After Star interviewed Jackie Lynn Thomas for me, I sort of felt like I should return the favor and ask Oscar a few questions, okay? That's not wholly the truth. She actually made me do it. She gave me a list of questions, and frankly, they were so obviously Like, I felt it was my duty as a friend to change them. I started thinking, what would Dr. Marco, PhD, do in this situation? Dr. Marco, PhD, would use psychology. It's a perfect technique to level the dating field and make it safe to walk across. I found my subject at rest in his natural habitat, his mobile music studio, aka the front seat of his car. Here is a transcript of the session that took place. Marco, Dr. Marco PhD, says, hey. Oscar says, hey. Mind if I get in, says Marco. Sure, Marco, says Oscar. For the record, please state your name, says Marco. What? Says Oscar. Why don't you tell me about your childhood? Says Marco. Why? Says Oscar. We can skip that one. Think fast. Girlfriend or music? Say the first thing that comes into your head. Jean, says Oscar. Very interesting, says Marco. Note to self, subject is obsessed with his ferret. Oscar says, no, dude, he's sitting on your shoulder. Ah, let's move on then, says Marco. I'm going to read you something now. You're being kind of weird, Marco, says Oscar. Just bear with me, says Marco. I don't have to follow the rules. I'm going to live in my car at school. Tell me about these lyrics. My mom and I got into a fight, so I wrote a song about it, says Oscar. Subject clearly has mother issues. What are you talking about, says Oscar. Moving on. Do you know Star Butterfly? Oh, yeah, sure, she's cool. Subject referred to Star as cool. Still moving on. Let's do some free associations. Polar bear. Am I supposed to say something, says Oscar? You could say cold or snow or ice, maybe. Ice, says Oscar. Do you have a girlfriend? Because I think Star... Session is interrupted by the arrival of the rageaholic demon prince, a.k.a. Star's ex-boyfriend, Tom. Tom, I don't think you want to say what you were going to say, Marco, says Tom. Tom, this is unexpected, says Dr. Marco. I put a little side curse on you, says Tom. Nothing as fancy as the naysayer one, but just as effective. It lets me know whenever you mention Star. But I talk about Star all the time, says Marco. I have someone monitoring the line for that very reason. To Oscar. By the way, we haven't been introduced, says Tom. Oscar, this is Star's demon ex-boyfriend, Tom. Oh, that's cool. I'm Oscar, and that's Jean the ferret, says Oscar. Jean, the pleasure is all mine. I've heard very good things about you from my minions, says Tom. So, Tom, says Marco, Oscar and I were sort of in the middle of something. Oh, don't mind me. I'm fine back here with all these keytarves. Carry on, says Tom. So, where was I? Ice, says Tom. This is my session, Tom, says Marco. Of course, my lips stay zipped. This is weird, says Oscar. Okay, my next question, says Marco. Oscar, may I call you Oscar? Sure, dude, says Oscar. Oscar. I know people who know people who know people in the music biz. I hear you make tunes, and I'd love to introduce you. Stop hijacking my session, Tom. I'm going to tell Star, says Marco. If you're not going to tell Star, says Tom. I am too, says Marco. Or not, says Tom. I am, says Marco. No way, says Tom. Yes way, says Marco. Little bromance, dudes. I got a jet. See ya on the flip side, says Oscar. Oscar leaves car. Now look at what you did, says Marco. What I did, says Tom. Bromance? I don't even know what he's talking about, says Marco. Yeah, that comment was totally off base. Right, Jean? Because if I was bromancing you, Marco, if I was, you would know it, says Tom. And then, now we have a love sentence poster. Love sentence, the jailbreak tour. It might look like love to you, but it's a sentence to us. Portlondo, Tuesday, 3:29. Baker Sideville, Wednesday, 3:30, sold out. New Tulsa, Thursday, 3:31, sold out. Echo Creek, Friday, 4:1, not sold out. Oh, we have an official date of when they were in Echo Creek. That's cool. I didn't see this before. Cypress Park Lake, Sunday, 4:3. New Landtown, Monday, 4:4, sold out. New Havens, Cisco, Wednesday, 4:6, sold out. Ticket taker charged by phone. A ticket taker production in association with Needle Dry Promotions. First come, first serve. The Jailbreak Tour is copyrighted a Million Hour brand name and is a Million Hour brand name concert event. And then something written on the poster. Marco and Tom's shared love of the band. Love sentence is bromance at its strongest. I'm going to guess this is from Star, but I don't know. And that's the end of the chapter. So, we got an interesting date, marry, or make disappear for everything. Then we got a nice little thing from Dr. Marco, PhD, and a little love sentence poster. And we have an official date besides the year of when Love Sentence came to Echo Creek. That'll help with some biographies if some of you know what I mean. And so yeah, it was an interesting chapter, and the Dr. Marco PhD thing was interesting, especially Tom shows up. Tom put another curse on Marco. So it was very interesting, and they're talking a lot about Marco and Tom's bromance, which does get stronger as the show goes on. And so yeah, it was an interesting chapter. I hope you all enjoyed it. Star versus the Forces of Evil belongs to Daron, nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please go support Star versus the Forces of Evil and go buy Star and Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension.